Good evening. We're live from Southern California. I'm Bob Pace, and I'll be your host tonight. And here are to fight CPS and stop taking our children. Two subjects that are really hard to do. I do have a guest tonight. She'll be talking early. Her name is Emma Prescott, and she's from Gainesville, Florida. And she'll talk about her case. Yep. Okay, to interact with this podcast, I like to get this out of the way so that we can start there. One of the first ways to interact with this podcast is just be in our room. If you're in a room, that's great. You don't have to say anything. All you do is listen. And if you decide later you want to ask a question, you can do what's called comments. You can make comments. That's the next way you interact with this podcast. Now, it's important that when you're typing your comments that you are talking about CPS. We're in this room to talk about the child protection system, anything related to it, taking our children, fighting the child protection system and the things they've done or have done and so forth. So when you text your comments, make sure to show your name, city, state, or country and be complete with your case. Now, the reason why I mention country is that I do have people from around the world. I have recently received a comment from South Africa. It was one of the provinces there. I've also gotten the country in the middle of East Africa, Rwanda. Rwanda is a small country and had a heartache. Over 1 million people were killed in that country in 1994. That was a horrible thing. But they've been on my show. Mozambique, which is above South Africa, below Somalia, across Madagascar, they've been on the podcast too. And then in the northern Africa, on the west side, Liberia. Liberia is a small country near the coast. And the gentleman that calls there from time to time, his name is Archie, and he does scouting. He says the boys and girls really love the scouting program. And so he's learning things that we have that are common here. I want to welcome Miss Harris again. Glad to see you. And I forgot where you're from. Faye, welcome, Faye. We have a guest tonight, and we're going to introduce her shortly, Faye. Faye's from Richmond, Kentucky, and she's a very remarkable mother of 2 children, and she's trying to take care of her son and be a guardian. He's a special needs child. Miss Harris has been on our show, and she has talked about her case. I forgot what city and state you're from. So I was going back to the country when I was talking about the comments. I've also had, besides Africa, I've had Europe. I've had England, Scotland, Wales, the United Kingdom. I've had Sweden and Denmark that have texted in. And then in North America, I've had Canada and all the 50 states, and including Washington, D.C. recently, has been talking on the show. I mean, it's over 500 people I've talked to. In South America, I've had Ghana text a message in. They're above Brazil, east of Venezuela. And then across the Pacific Ocean, the land down under, I've had Australia. And I cannot forget the little country of Mexico, south of the border. They've called in too. Actually, they did call in. They called in because the father was trying to locate his daughters in Louisiana. So that was the case. So we have lots of people that express interest, over 500 people, and I welcome them all. I welcome them all. Now, the third way to be interactive with this podcast is be a guest like Emma. And to schedule to be a guest, all you have to do is pick one of my 14 shows. They're on Monday through Sunday, on at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time and 7 o'clock at night Pacific Standard Time. On my morning shows, there's one day a week on Sunday, which is tomorrow. I'll be on at 8 o'clock, not 10 o'clock. I'm on at 8 o'clock. So you pick one of those show times, and then you're going to contact my producer. Her name is Grace. She works hard behind the scenes, and I really thank her for what she does. But she will put you on as a guest. She'll give you the link to a SteamYard, which is the application I use. I'm broadcasting on YouTube, and you found me on Facebook. So all you do is email Grace at vincentwdavis.com. That's Grace at vincentwdavis.com. And she'll help you explain the things, the lighting, and how to do your voice, and then not to eat or smoke during the show, those kinds of things. So, Grace is a remarkable lady that will help you. Just email her at grace at vincentwdavis.com. So, Chicago, Illinois. I'm sorry, Miss Harris. Yes, Chicago, Illinois. Yes. Thank you, Miss Harris, for telling me that. Now, the last thing I do is I take phone calls. So if you want to call and talk to our guest or talk to both of us, all you're going to do is call in, and the phone number is 626 698 0990. And you'll be connected to my speakerphone. I'll hold it so that everybody on the show can hear you. Important though, when you do call in, you got to turn down your computer. You got to turn it off so you don't get an echoing. If you get echoing, then it delays the call. So work off your phone. If your phone is connected to the thing, you're going to have to disconnect the program and do the phone that way. So my phone number is up and it is open. And now I like to turn it over to Emma and have her talk about her case or what she has a question or a concern or anything. Go ahead, Emma, and welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me today. I want to talk to you about my case. Um, well, my name is Emma Prescott. I'm from Gainesville, Florida. And my sister had called CPS on me. This is like the eighth time that she called CPS on me. Usually, time when she called CPS on me,
She may have a bad
for
internet connection, but it's a little lag.
uh,
Go ahead, Emma.
for this,
I missed the part. Who called in on you?
uh, uh, my sister had called CPS on me. That she doesn't stay in Florida at all. But it's like a family thing. It's a family issue. That's why I moved to Florida because once my and my family is arguing with each other, they are called CPS and be really over exaggerating and say some of the lies of the allegations. This is the eighth time she had did it. Normally, time that the case get closed that day, but this time she has said that I have a mental health problem and I am on all of the drugs that she can name. So when they had addressed me about this case, they automatically moved my autistic nonverbal son from me. They met me at my son daycare. I had just gotten off of work and I was supposed to pick up my son, and they met me at the daycare and they had automatic took him out of the home. They said that I am a danger because my sister had told CPS that I wanted to kill myself and I'm a special needs mom and I have bad mental health problems. So they automatically took my son away from me, and my son is 11 years old. His dad had terminated his rights, so I'm a single mom of an autistic child for 11 years. And what happened is that in my community, I volunteer for over 30 hours a week at my son's school and at my son's sports. And it ruined my reputation really badly because normally time when I come to my son's school or for sports, everyone is greeting me with open arms, telling me to have lunch with them. And now everybody is trying to hide my son away from me because they have heard about the allegations from me. So I have been fighting this case for ever since May. May of this year, and next week we have trial. And during trial, I wanted to call in and really talk to you, Mr. Bob, about my trial. I have asked my about what the discovery CPS have. And they have finally gave me the discovery, and they don't have any tangible item, but they do have only people in their department that is going to witness against me. And what I have is about five of witnesses that is basically the owner of like the sports and some of his therapies for CPS to testify against me. And
It seems, Emma, that your internet's very, very weak and you paused out for a
whenever
second.
you have
It's okay, Emma. It's okay.
Okay. So I had took in an evaluation for a psychiatrist, and the psych therapist has told the CPS that I don't have mental health, and he do not recommend any medication for me. So since CPS has seen that their therapist told them that I don't have no mental health, they want me to take a psychology evaluation. And my attorney was like, if the psychiatrist recommends psychology, then I should do it. But if not, I should not do it. But they was like, you should start completing the case plan before trial because some of the judges like to see that. So what I have done is I did a psychiatrist and I passed that. And I wanted to do because she has here psychiatrist in psychology and to keep my job. So I wanted to go ahead to do hearing classes since my attorney had told me I should not do a psychology because I already did a psychiatrist. So they told me I can't do hearing classes until I am done.
Uh,
I
that
and do have visitation.
Emma, I know what you
Okay.
said is very, very traumatic. What you're going through is very, very traumatic. I don't think the audience or myself heard most of what you're saying. I'm going to recap and hopefully I cover all the points. That you're a single mom raising a child with special needs. And the CPS has been corrupt as well as the judges because they have accused you of doing something, I guess, at school. You were frowned upon. You're uh, frowned upon, and that was hard too. Um, where is your case at the moment, Emma? Where is your case at the moment?
It's engaged with Florida. No, my
No,
sister
no, no.
had
I don't mean the
called. They
location.
did not
I meant
find anything
where.
at school.
I mean,
Oh,
where is your case level gone? Are you have a hearing coming up, or has a child been taken from you? Is it? Are you
I'm
your
about to do
parental rights
trial.
been taken? It's okay. Try it again, Emma.
Can you hear me?
I just heard
Can
you. Can you hear me now? But I did not hear you
you hear me?
before. I hear you now. Go ahead and try
I
it.
can hear you. Okay, okay, good. It's trial. It's just trial. Trial. I just met that. I have trial, and if they had anything the daycare fund thing, it was a family member. Did you hear that part or no? I'm pretty sure
No,
you guys
I'm
heard
not
me.
understanding or hearing what you're trying to say, Emma. Um,
See, it's raining, it's storming in Gainesville, Florida. So my Wi-Fi box is like it's storming bad out here in
Okay.
Gainesville.
So you're having some heavy rain.
I don't know. Can you hear me now? Because my phone was on my
Yeah, I hear you
pillow.
now.
Is
I
this
hear you
better?
now. This is better. This is
Okay,
better.
my phone's on my pillow. So okay, okay. So basically, as a family member, the 8 times that they had called CPS and they never worked in case I was getting up close. This time they have said that I have mental health issues. So that they had met me at my son daycare and they had automatically had took my child because they said that I had mental health issues. So I took a psychiatrist evaluation, and since the psychiatrist evaluation did not did not say did not say I have mental health, it said that I don't have mental health and I don't need medication. The CPS was upset, so they wanted me to take a psychology evaluation. But my attorney was like, I don't need to take a psychology if I have already took a psychiatrist evaluation. She also said that I should complete the case plan little by little until trial hits because the judge loves to see you're working on the case plan. But the thing about it is that the case worker won't give me the parenting classes until I take the psychology appointment
Well, you've already
evaluation.
taken the psychology appointment. Have you talked to her
I took a
supervisor?
psychiatrist.
Yeah, but have you talked to the supervisor?
Have I talked to the supervisor? No, I have not talked to the supervisor.
You need to at least try some effort with the people above your social worker. So you can talk to, I need to speak to a manager or supervisor for my social worker because me and my social worker are not communicating. Your social worker is saying one thing, your attorney's saying the other. Now, is this a court appointed attorney or is this attorney you paid for?
It's court appointed.
You're so
And
lucky. You're lucky that that court appointed attorney is working for you. Most of them have a caseload of 30 clients and they don't have time and they will not fight for you. They will not fight for you. So you're
it's
very fortunate.
And the thing about it is that we have trial, and was asking my attorney, what is the evidence they have against me? What is CPS discovery? And I just received it yesterday. They don't have anything tangible, but only thing they have is their department. Their department is their only witness they have.
Oh, they're trying to
I
trump up
have five. I
charges.
have five witnesses. Is the owner of the daycare, is the owner of the sports, and a teacher at my son's school is going to testify.
They're trying to trump up charges. You see, the social workers are very non transparent and they are very evil and retaliated and lie. The social workers, I give you an example. There were eight social workers that worked in Prescott, Arizona, and they paraded around with t shirts that said professional child kidnappers. And on the back of their t shirt, they had stenciled, "Do you know where your children are at?" That's the mentality these social workers have. It's really, shame about that. Did you hear about the gentleman named Roger, an Air Force airman, a couple months ago, was shot opening his door in Gainesville?
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's in Gainesville, Florida. There's the Gainesville Sheriff Department, and they went and shot this black airman who was only 24 at the time and shot 5 times. And the police have been relieved. They've been terminated, but it took them a week later. But the gentleman's dead. So I'm just saying, let's not forget also Sanyu Massey. You remember seeing Sanyu Massey get shot in the face 3 times with the two white policemen that were in her apartment. He was fired right away and he's serving time. You got to be careful with both the police and the child protection service because they're bad elements. All they want to do is make money off, not off you. You don't get money for you to them, but they get money from the state real freely. All they have to do is open a case against a mother or a father or both, and they start collecting money. In my area, they were collecting $20,000 per child per month. I had three children that were um, um, were stolen. Further, before um, Faye said about Sanyu Massey, she said her attorney needs to explain to the judge you've done a mental health evaluation, so it's unnecessary to put you through another. And at this point, is fishing to find someone they can use against you. They're trying to find someone to use against you. One of my persons in this
So
room.
they only have. So I have a question. So whenever you go to trial, if you have these like witnesses, I have witnesses. They have their only department as witnesses. I do. Like
Well,
because
yeah,
I have 5 of them ready to testify. So that good thing.
I have another person that joined the room. Her name is Natalie. Natalie, and she's from West Hollywood, California. She says, hello, Bob and Faye. Natalie, this is Emma, who has a case in Gainesville, Florida, that they're accusing her of mental health uh, issues that she cannot take care of her child. Her child's a special needs child. I was in my room. I have
Yeah, I have
comments coming
already
in. You
got
may
the
not see, Emma. You may not
evaluations
see
that
them.
I still have.
And all I was trying to do was recognize them and so forth. Faye says, hello, Natalie. And so we have a room now with three people. We have Emma. Well, we have more people in the room. We have, I guess, three people making comments. And you're on the phone. So we have more than that because a lot of people are just listeners. A lot of people are listeners. So, what's this attorney's next step with you? What is this attorney going to do, Emma?
We have trial. We have trial.
You have what again? I'm
Hello?
trying to understand. I'm trying to understand you. You have
Trial?
what again? Your picture's become
Trial.
blurred, and I don't know if you're having a bad connection, but maybe if you put it in the right position, you have the best connection. I see you relocating yourself. Maybe you have a better connection.
Yeah, I am. I am. I am. I try to
I can hear
relocate.
you, but I can't see you. You must be outside. Or no, it stopped now. Okay, it looks like you've settled down somewhere. Are you able to speak better?
Are you able to speak better? Yeah, I can. Can you hear me better now?
No, you sound really far away.
No, you sound really far away. I do? How?
Also, I think you got the
Also,
computer
I think you
with my
got
voice
the
on and your
computer
phone,
with my
so you're
voice on and
echoing.
your phone. So you're echoing. Okay, what about this? How about this? Is this better? Is this better? Hello?
Are you still Link?
Are you still Link? Yeah, I am. I don't understand.
You know what you're going to have to do,
You know what
Emma?
you're gonna have to
You're
do,
going to have
Emma?
to call
You're gonna
in.
have to call in.
You're
Okay,
going to have to
okay.
end the
You're gonna have to
podcast
end
because
the podcast
I
because
can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Okay, okay. I'll call in. I'll call in.
So call my number.
So
It's
call my number.
626
It's 626
698 0990.
Okay, okay, I will
626
do that.
698 0990. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is the second night in a row. Hello, is this Emma? Okay. Can you turn your phone up a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Let me see.
That's
I know
good.
that you can hear me like this better.
Yes, I can hear you better. It's okay if I don't see you. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to stop that. Um, you're a beautiful person, and I'm sorry we're having this difficulty, but I think the call in has to be better.
Okay, great. Is it better now?
Yes, it is. Now, my question was, is you've already done a evaluation of you already that shows that you're physically fit and you have no mental problems, correct?
Correct.
Now, why does the agency want a second evaluation? Is the evaluation you turned in somebody you picked, or is it somebody they picked?
It's something they pick.
Well, they should be satisfied with the evaluation being what it is.
Well, they don't like it because the therapist said they don't recommend any medication.
Well, why does social workers know about how they give medication? Are they clinical
Like they
psych?
said, because they were so stern that I had a mental illness, and now the therapist is saying that I don't have a mental illness. So they were saying, "Oh, maybe that therapist don't know the whole situation. Maybe you should do another one."
Well, you need to go to somebody up at the top. You either need to go to the supervisor of that person saying that, or you need to go to the director of the child protection system there. And if that doesn't work, you have to go to the state level and put a complaint into the ombudsperson or the civil rights coordinator. There's a civil rights coordinator of
Because
every
my
state.
attorney has already went to court about this. My attorney has already talked to the judge about this.
And what does the judge say?
The judge was not sure why CPS would ask for a psychology evaluation whenever I have already had a psychiatrist evaluation. They was like that if the psychiatrist has said that I should take a psychology, then Emma should do it. But if they don't say that I should do it, then I don't need to do it. But my thing is, I can't complete the case plan unless I do a psychology because they said they won't let me complete the case plan like parenting classes. I can't do no parenting classes because they said that I gotta take the psychology evaluation before I can move on to the next step.
Well, you need to go to the next level. Either go to the director of your, what's it called in Gainesville, Florida? What is the CPS system called?
DCF.
Okay, you need to go to the DCS director or go to the state level civil rights coordinator. And you want to file a complaint that they're refusing you to continue with the case plan by take parenting classes, and you've already done an evaluation and it's proven to be negative. It's the evaluation that DCS picked. It was something you didn't pick. So
Yeah, it's not something I pick. It's something they pick.
yeah, so you should go to them like that. Yes.
Okay, so I really hopped on this to talk to you about trial. I have trial next week, and I had asked my attorney for their discovery, for DCF discovery, and I looked over their discovery, and I only see their witnesses is their department. Only the people in their department is their witnesses. They don't have anything tangible as evidence. So only thing I have as evidence is my psychiatrist evaluation, and I have 6 witnesses that's going to testify.
Good. Your attorney's doing a good job. You need to have those witnesses testify and you need to submit the evidence. That's a good job on your part. You should be proud of yourself.
But they only have, but they have their department though.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. It sounds like the judge is a fair judge. He wants to hear both parties. So you got to make sure your attorney does his job and present the evidence and have each one of the witnesses called upon.
Oh, correct. I just saw because we just had a mediation appointment. What I can't pronounce it right. A moderation court is whenever DCF and I come together and it's somebody neutral that's in the middle, and they try to have us come with a plan so we don't take it to trial.
The moderation. Now, yeah, I know what you're talking about. How did the moderation go?
It did not go well because DCF did not want to. They did not want to come. They did not want to come. So they did not want to come together about anything. They did not want to do anything differently.
Well, okay, again, you need to contact the director. You need some help from the top. And if you can't get help from the top, then you're going to have to go to the top of the state. But show up in court. Do not show up in court and have your attorney present the case of your evidence and your witnesses. And it will come out in your favor. It will come out. You'll see it happen. Because believe me, if the judge was not a good judge, he wouldn't want to have that case.
Yes, I just because they had requested mediation court. I wanted to. Why would you?
Well, you went to moderation court, and you told me that the DCF did not want to go to moderation court. Long if you tell them you want to.
They went to moderation court. They went there, but they did not want to come. They did not want to come in between any terms to meet in the
Right?
middle.
No, they.
I was like, man, my attorney was trying to do something.
Well, your attorney will present that to the judge next week. When you have your day in court, your attorney will say that the social services did not want to participate in the moderation. They did nothing. So believe me, if your attorney says that to the judge will side in your case.
Okay.
It will.
So
he will.
Is that for the drug testing, I went to say took my psychiatrist evaluation. I've been going to that facilitation to take my drug tests. I have not been going to DC. I have not let my DCF caseworker do any of my drug tests. I went to the place that I went to take my psych evaluation to take my drug tests.
You can't, Emma. You can't trust DCF. That's why you don't go to their drug testing. You pick one that is your medical rights. You pick one that makes your medical plan.
That's where I went to. The same place they did my psych evaluation. They decided to take drug tests. So I've been going to them to take my drug tests. But I wanted to do their drug test as well to present for evidence for trial.
Okay, one moment, please. I'll be right back. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back, Emma. It sounds like your case is going pretty good with a court-appointed attorney.
But it's really like because I only get 1 hour per week for visitation. The talk, and we play on the floor with crayons and trucks. We do a whole lot in our visitation. And I'm always there. I'm not days at all.
Well, you need to record. If you can record that or write down your notes, you can use that in the court to present to the judge.
Record my visitation, like the video.
Well, I don't know if they'll allow video or not because they may, because it's a young child. I don't know if they'll allow a video, but what you can do is when you get done with your visitation, make a journal and tell in that journal what you did with your child. So when you go before the judge, you can share that with the court, your journal. Now,
I subpoena because they have recorded me for every visit. Can I subpoena their videos of me and child visitations?
Yes, you can. You can.
I have one person that they had a petition that the lunch lady, which is a family member, had told DCF worker that my son came to school with a black eye, but the teachers and the principal had said they never seen my child with a black eye. Should I have them as a witness to say that?
Who would say a witness about your child's black eye?
Family member, she's a lunch lady at my son's school. And she had told DCF that my son has came to school every day with a black eye. Mind you,
that would be a good witness. That'd be a good witness to subpoena.
Subpoena the person who said the child got a black eye?
Yes.
Because you want to cross-examine?
Well, what you want to do is you want to show the court that something's going on with your child in the custody of the foster care parent.
No. She said that whenever my child was in my custody, that I was sending my child with a black eye. Well, but the teacher and the principal had said they never seen my son with a black eye.
Well, then you want
to have that written down in the petition.
Who wrote it down in the petition?
The caseworker. She had that in the petition that the lunch lady had said that my son came to school with a black eye. But the teacher had told me my son never came to school with a black eye.
Well, what you need is a documentation from both the principal and the teacher stating your son never came to school with a black eye, and that the social worker's con artist got a lunch lady. They probably given her money under the table to make up a story.
So should I bring the lady who said my son had a black eye? Should I bring her as the stage of court so they can show them that my son never had a black eye?
Yes.
If my son had a black eye, they would have called DCF.
Yes, I know that. They're required by law. One thing I need to emphasize, one of the people in the room, Faye, who's from Richmond, Kentucky, says that mental health is one of the main grounds for termination of parental rights. That's because mentally it's not fully capable. They are trying to pursue that. They're trying to pursue for a mental health diagnostic. You don't need to take any more. She won't let me
complete the case plan until I take another one.
Well, you don't have to. They're trying to do that because they want to terminate your rights. Your therapist, if they get one, they'll do a phony diagnostic. They want her found you mentally ill because they want to have grounds for termination of parental rights. And it's
Wow,
illegal.
wow. And
It's
I just don't
illegal.
understand.
It's illegal if the judge has not ordered them. Judge needs to tell DCF that they need to stop blocking you from participating in the parental plan. You need to get that message to the judge to stop blocking you. If the judge didn't
I
order
would definitely
you,
tell my attorney.
right,
Okay.
if the judge did not order you to do a second psychological exam, then what DCF is doing is illegal.
Okay. They want me to take a substance. They want me to take a substance evaluation. They want me to take a substance evaluation as well. And I don't see why do I need to take a substance evaluation at their therapist. They want me to come to their DCF building because they have a
Unless the judge orders it, you don't have to. What they're doing is illegally. They're trying to block you. They're trying to get your termination of your parental rights. They're trying to take your child away from you permanently.
yes, because the judge had told me, she had said, Miss Prescott, now since you are saying that you want to go to trial, you do not have to complete the case plan. But my appointed attorney is saying that it's good to complete some of the case plan. Even Mr. Davis, the Davis, he said it is good that the judge is seeing that you are completing some of the case plan.
Yeah, you complete all the things. If you write a letter to them demanding that you take parenting classes, they don't respond. You send out a certified letter to the social worker and say, I need to take these parenting classes. Which classes and where are they located? If you get nothing back from the CPS, and make sure you send it certified mail, then you have got them where they're doing something illegal.
Okay. What about the substance evaluation?
You don't have to do it. It's illegal. You've already done evaluation. You already done evaluation. If you do that evaluation, what you're doing, you're opening yourself to have the DCS people terminate your parental rights. You don't want to do that. They're going to lie. They're not your friend.
Right. I just don't understand that the judge is continuing this whenever they have not shown the judge no evidence. They have not shown the judge no evidence.
That's fine. If the judge is with you, you need to file a grievance with the state's ombudsman office or the civil rights coordinator. You know what a grievance is? A grievance is DCS is refusing to give you parenting classes. A grievance. You need to file what's called a grievance with your state of Florida ombudsman or the civil rights coordinator.
Okay, great. I need to file that.
You file the grievance, you say that the CPS is forcing you to take a psychological evaluation, which you've already taken by them before. You don't need to take it again. The problem is they did not like the outcome of what happened. They did not like the what happened. So you got
exactly. They did not like it at all. And like the substance and you gotta take another psych evaluation. You can't do your parenting classes until you're done with those evaluations. And I was like, wow, what? The judge has said that I don't need to do it. Are you still trying to pursue it? I'm trying to complete some of my case plan before court. They was like, well, if you try some of it, take your evaluation.
Well, you need to complete all your child support. You have to complete all your child plan as best you can. And the way that if they're refusing the parenting class, you can write a letter, send it certified mail. If they don't respond to it or get back to you, then you can show that to the judge.
Write a letter to
Well, no, it's several spots. You write a letter to the ombudsperson or the civil rights coordinator, a grievance letter. You write a letter to
Okay.
your DCF people requesting parenting classes. Where can I take my parenting classes? What parenting classes do I need? Where do I take my parenting classes? You send that certified mail. If they don't respond and they don't answer on it, then you show that to the judge.
Oh, that's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Now, they did not like the results.
You
They did
need
not
you
like the
need also to get the
investigation.
principal and the teacher sign a letter. They have to make sure it's witness letters, so they got to write a letter and have it notarized. And that letter will say that your son never came to school with a black eye. He once from the teacher, once from the principal, have it notarized.
Oh, because my son go to daycare every day after school, and the owner of the daycare is one of my witnesses. She's going to testify and say my son never had a black eye. She pick up my son every day after school, so she was going to witness that she never seen my son with a black eye.
Well, there you go. You got a third witness. You said you have the principal, the teacher, and now you got your daycare. That will overwhelm the lunch person who said you did have a black eye. So you need to have them either show up in court or write a letter that's certified and notarized. Uh, wait a minute. Yeah, that you can present in court as evidence that the following people did not witness a black eye: the principal, the teacher, and then the what was the other person? The daycare. The daycare.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, whenever they write them letters, I get the letter from them and I get it notarized.
Okay, well, I've been corrected. Faye says, no, I read that wrong. She said the judge won't take notarized statements. It's hearsay, Faye is saying. So you need to subpoena the principal, the teacher, and the daycare worker so they can say in person to the judge that your child never had a black eye at all the times they saw her.
Okay, perfectly. And they said that that's what I'm gonna do.
Hold on a second, Emma. Hold on. If somebody is in the room and is trying to call me, I can only do one call at a time. I'm sorry, Emma. Someone was trying to call in.
Okay. Do you supposed to accept the calls?
No. I can only talk to one person at a time. I say that on my show, but they still call me. They call me after hours too. So if anybody is listening, I can only do one call at a time, and I do not take calls on after hours after I'm not on my show. I only do it during my show. Faye says they have to be. Faye says they have to be in the courtroom to testify of what they saw. They cannot use a notarized statement. Now, I want to welcome a new person called Braddock Meek. Yes, I'm right now giving advice for Florida right now, Braddock Meek. I have Emma on the phone who's from Florida. She's from the Gainesville area. What area of Florida are you from, Braddock Meek? What area? And Lori just came in the room and said the name William Mullins. And welcome, Lori. She comes in the room and she doesn't say anything, and I don't know where she's from, but she comes in the room and she always has a name in there. Braddock Meek, if you're there, welcome. And again, I don't know what city, state, or country you're from. Okay, he's from. Braddock Meek says he's from OCALA. Oh boy, I have no idea. Is that a country? I don't think it's a state. What is OC Ocala? Uh, Manic, can you use the spelling? I
Oh,
can't.
that's from Ocala. That's
Oh,
Ocala.
Ocala, Florida. I'm so sorry. Braddock Meek is from Ocala, Florida. And right now I'm talking to Emma from
Oh,
Gainesville,
that's
Florida.
30 minutes from Gainesville. That's 30 minutes from Gainesville, Florida.
Okay, Ocala, Florida is from 30 minutes from Gainesville. All right, welcome, Braddock. Yeah, the city. Oh, okay, I got it. But what is your question, Braddock? What is your question, Braddock? Maybe Emma and I can help you. I need to know what your question is, Braddock. Hi, guys. Yeah. Braddock, what is your question? Your CPS question. How old is your special needs child, Emma?
He is 11 years old.
Okay. I know, Braddock, your question may sound crazy, but no question's crazy for this room. No question's crazy for this room, Braddock. My kids were taken and they won't give me my kids back. That's not a crazy question. What I need to know is how many kids are the young children, older children, how were they taken, and why were they taken? Did you give the children your kids or did they come and take them? There has to be a reason why the CPS system took your kids, Braddock. There has to be a reason, Braddock. Okay, he said his kids were taken because I was using my protective capacity in a domestic violence relationship. Well, um, first of all, I assume you're a man, Braddock. Is your wife still married to you, or is she no longer in the picture? Okay, here's what you can do, Braddock. You can call me in tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Pacific time, or 7 o'clock tomorrow night Pacific time, or anytime next week. Right now, my show is only 5 minutes left. I have Emma on the phone. Okay, two kids, 11 and 6. Braddock, you can call in and there's no, okay, all right. You can call in, Braddock, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock at night, or Monday you can call in at 10 and Monday at 7 p.m. And that way I could spend a lot of time with you and help you with your case in Florida. So we have Emma, who's been with us most of the hour, talking about her case where the DCF is so corrupt, they want her to take a second evaluation, even though she found that she has nothing mentally wrong with her. And that evaluation was one issued by the CPS. So um, I have been trying to help Anna. She's from Gainesville, Florida. The latest person called Braddock. he has a domestic violence issue, and there's two kids involved, and he's from the town of Ocala, Florida. It's Ocala, Florida. I want to thank Faye, who's helped me and made some corrections. I'm glad that you're in the room, Faye. You've helped me a lot. She's from Richmond, Kentucky, and she's fighting for custody of her 22-year-old son. She's lost her daughter. She got terminated rights, and her daughter's in foster care. Lori, thank you for showing up in the room, and I know that you recognize William Mullins this time. I have no idea where she's from. Natalie, thank you for your comments in this room. She's from West Hollywood, California. That's Natalie, and she's from there. Now, I hope I didn't leave anybody else out. I'm checking my list of names and so forth. I think I got everybody. Oh, I can't forget Miss Harris from Chicago, Illinois. Miss Harris is from Chicago, Illinois, and she has been fighting her case. Well, my time will be up in about 3 more minutes. Is there any other questions you have, Emma? Is there any other questions you have, Emma?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have a question. That one of the petitions has said that I went to my son's school and I made a big scene and the police had to issue me off of the property. I want to know, who can I subpoena about this lie?
Well, who saw it that they didn't issue off the property?
The lunch lady.
Well, you don't want the lunch lady. She's the one that said your son came with a black eye.
Well, she's the one who also has said that I came to my son's school, and they had to issue me off the property.
All right.
I made a big
Did anybody see you on the property? The principal or the teacher see you on the property?
Yes, it was the lunch lady co-worker, but the lunch lady said the police had to issue me off the property. No police was around. No police had to issue me off the property.
That's easy to do. That's easy to do. You contact the police and see if there was any disturbance at that school on that date and time.
Awesome. You answered all my questions. Thank God. Thank you.
Well,
wow, you answered all my questions.
I want you to know that I'm on twice a day, 7 days a week, so you can call me again tomorrow or the next day, okay, Emma?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Again, I want to thank all of my people that are in this room. I want you to still work on your case. Remember my 4 rules I talk about on all the podcasts. Get an attorney. Organize your paperwork. Say no to social workers and don't let them take your child. And 4th, do research on your CPS in your area. Those are good 4 rules to go by. Again, thank you for listening. God bless you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, I'm on at 8 a.m. in the morning. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the morning. Good night.